be concerned if you did.
Yeah.
Councilmember Amparano,
Here.
Councilmember Burnworth,
Here.
Councilmember Tucker,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza,
Here.
and Mayor Obeso Martinez.
Here. All right, can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Miss Olivia, you want to lead us off? Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, one nation, under God, indivisible. So we have several adjustments to the agenda, and I'd like to introduce our new city attorney.
Hi, thank you. Madam Mayor, I have a request to add an item C6 to the agenda relating to a urgency request for the council. This item came up recently as a result of a meeting yesterday related to a ballot measure related to CFD 2002-2. So the need for this item came up after the agenda was posted, and it is also urgent because the deadline to address the issues that I'd like to discuss with the council is this Friday. To put this on the agenda does require a 4/5 vote of the council. So with that, I would ask if one of you would make a motion to place this on the agenda, and then when we get to that item later, I'll go into more detail.
Make a
Entertain
motion.
a motion? Robert? Do I have a second?
Second.
We have first and a second. Do you want to do a roll call vote?
I'll do roll call vote.
Thank you.
Councilmember Amparano,
Yes.
Councilmember Burnworth,
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza,
Yes.
and Mayor Obeso Martinez.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Any other adjustments to the agenda?
Madam
Yeah,
Mayor.
oh,
Go ahead.
I'd like to pull item C5 from the agenda.
C5, pulling from the agenda. Do I have a second?
Yes.
I have a first and a second. Please do a roll call vote.
Madam Mayor,
Yeah.
before the roll call, are you just
Are you tabling
Do you
it
mean
or
to-
pulling it?
table it for a future meeting or not
Discuss-
not to be brought back? I just want to be
Um,
sure we're clear about it.
I think just have you discuss more with staff and then maybe bring it back.
Okay.
Table for now.
Or yeah, just pull it.
If we can table C5, I have a first by Miss Katie and a second by Miss Stacy.
I think
Ro-
Robert had other adjustments, or do you want to do it separate?
And I got a second, another adjustment to the agenda. I want to move C1 to consent, please.
Do you have a second on that? Or we'll just do it all at the end. I would like to move public comment because we have quite a few visitors after presentations.
Okay. I will do roll call vote, and that is to move C1 to consent, table C5 to a future meeting, and public comment be after presentation. I have Councilmember Amparano. Second. I'm sorry, I
roll call vote.
have a first and a second.
Oh,
I
you do?
have a
Okay.
first from Katie and a second by Amparano. So my roll call is Councilmember Amparano,
Yes.
Councilmember Burnworth,
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza,
Yes.
and Mayor Obeso Martinez.
Yes.
The motion carries 5-0.
Okay, moving on to presentations. I'm going to start with the recognition of the Little League All-Stars. We have this one.
That one? No, that one.
We have a lot of presentations today. I apologize. Ooh.
This is 8.
Okay, Coach. So we're going to start with the 8U group. And this is in recognition for your exceptional performance, dedication, and commitment to the 2026 Little League 8 Under All-Stars team. Through your hard work, determination, teamwork, and outstanding sportsmanship, you are proudly presented the City of Imperial while earning the title of District 22 Finalist, 2026 Championship Tournament. Your persistence, perseverance, and commitment to excellence have inspired our community and brought great pride to the City of Imperial. The City of Imperial proudly commends and congratulates you on this outstanding accomplishment. So if we can welcome our 8U. them in the front.
Come up here.
We can have them come up.
Yeah, there might not be able, not be seen over the.
No, have them come up here. And then we'll just stand up with them. Hey, girls. We're gonna give these to your coach to pass out, okay? Thank you. So we're gonna take a picture with the council. Do you need us to move, Olivia? Or we're good?
I'll need Stacy. I can't get Stacy.
Shimmy.
I apologize. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, guys and girls.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. We would also like to recognize the 11U All-Stars Team District 22 Champions 2026 Championship Tournament. If we can welcome you up to the front, please.
Who's first?
All right, we're gonna look towards Olivia. All right.
This one.
1, 2, 3.
Good job. Oy. We have lots of athletes here today. And we'd like to recognize the 12 and under group, District 22 Champions, Section 7 Tournament, second place, and 2026 Champion Tournament. Please welcome our 12 and under group. All right. We're gonna get on step stools back here.
This one, should we have him come up? They're a little tall.
A little taller.
Olivia, are you able to get everyone in?
Where do I look?
Well, tippy toe.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you. And for this group, last but not least, our 14 under group, District 22 Champions, Section 7 Tournament Champions with the 2026 Southern California State Championship Tournament. If we can welcome up the 14U team. Right here.
They're gonna have to get back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna have to go back here. You guys are tall. Congratulations. Okay, so this goes to one of you guys in the front here. We're gonna face Olivia, who's right there at the podium, as much as we can. We can't see her face, she can't see us.
Madam Mayor, I think we're gonna probably need to have you up in the front. 1, 2, 3.
But I'm short. All right, thank you. We only had one for the rec meeting?
No, she's gonna hand them all out too. Yeah, so that way you can move along. We'll do this one.
Thank you. Bye. All right, forgive us, we're a little out of order, but there's some small adjustments. So we're here to recognize the junior recreation leaders for the city of Imperial. This is presented in recognition of the successful completion of the Imperial Parks and Recreation Junior Recreation Leader Internship and in honor of your exceptional dedication, leadership, teamwork, and positive contributions throughout the summer 2026 season. And we have an amazing presentation.
Okay, good evening, Mayor and Council. So I just have a quick presentation for you on our Junior Recreation Leader Internship Program that we had this summer. So the purpose of this internship was to provide our kind of like preteens from that 13 to 15-year-old age group with an internship experience through our summer day camp. The purpose of this internship was to just give them experience, like real world experience working through a volunteer program and practicing their leadership, communication skills, and workplace skills most importantly. Just a little bit of the program overview. So it ran through June 19th and it'll be ending this Friday. So this Friday is our last day. We had a total of 10 junior recreation leaders this year. Again, the age group was from 13 to 15 years old. The commitment for the program was just volunteering 104 hours throughout the summer. And then they the program that they assisted with was summer day camp. And so they assisted with our field trips to the splash pad, pool, providing arts and crafts for all of our campers, as well as games and activities. And a lot of these they created and led themselves, along with the help of our recreation leaders. Again, just the main objectives of this program was to teach leadership, communication, teamwork, professionalism, problem solving, customer service, and responsibility. And then we just have a few pictures of them this summer, again, helping out at our summer day camp with our field trips, just different games and activities. They were a huge help to our staff this year, and then they did an amazing job helping with day camp overall. So I just want to give a huge congratulations to all of our junior rec leaders, and if I could have them come up as I call their names to receive their certificate. So Ariana Aguilar, Isabella Aguirre, Dion Brooks Jr., Lily Damien, Olivia Cruz, Michaela Lara, Santiago Tapia, and last but not least, Miss Lily Wong. And if I could get a picture of all of them with council, I would greatly appreciate it.
Come back this way?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for being out there in that heat. You got everybody? All right, we're gonna face forward. Miss Olivia. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you again, council. We really appreciate it. And again, all these junior rec leaders did an amazing job and we're very proud of them. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Now we'd like to recognize and honor the late Betty Sampson. So we have a plaque here celebrating the life and service of Betty Sampson, who was our mayor for the city of Imperial 1991 through 1992, and a council member from 1990 to 2018. Dedicated and profound appreciation for 28 years of leadership, distinguished service to the city of Imperial. As mayor, council member, and a driving force across numerous committees and commissions, she stood at the forefront of our community's historic growth. Her tireless dedication helped shape the landscape of modern Imperial, guiding our transition from a quiet valley town into a vibrant city. Her enduring legacy of the civic duty, passion, and progress lives on in the community she loved and so faithfully transformed. So we present this with the deepest honor by the city of Imperial and by our city council on this 5th day of August 2026. If I can please have the family come up.
Yes, in here, or where would you like me to? On behalf of the Sampson family, I would like to thank the Imperial City Council, City Mayor, City Manager Dennis Marita, Assistant City Manager Amy Osuna, and for the special recognition for my mom, recognition for my mom. My mom loved the city, and that was why she put 28 years, about a third of her life, into the betterment. When she was first elected to the city of Imperial, there was about 4,000 residents. After her 7th term, there was over 20,000. My mom was a very proud part of the growth and the community improvement, and would remind me to thank all that worked with her, from the city council members, city managers, city clerks, and members of the community. Our mom, Betty Sampson, would be very appreciative of this recognition. She's dancing in the streets right now. And for that, we again thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to make a comment?
Photo?
Yeah.
No, photo.
Yes.
Yes.
We will.
We can do it in front of the City of Imperial sign if you'd like. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just keep taking pictures.
Any comments from the council?
I do. I think you're going to hear from every council member up here. And we're all going to be arguing of who knew Betty longer and better. I think it's going to go by age, and that's me. I come from a family of car racers, and I grew up with the Sampson Betty and John and the kids all being raised out at the Hopeville airstrip. And I've known him my whole life, basically. It kind of came full circle with Michaela. I have many pictures of her as a toddler being raised with my kids. And I want to hold that baby so bad I can hardly stand it. But it was an honor knowing Betty. And you know what's funny is whenever I first heard about her, I tripped up and I said my condolences to Betty Tucker. So my apologies to Betty Tucker on that. But she was always a delight, always very friendly and kind, and just always wanting to talk and come give you her love and see how you're doing. And like I said, I'm the oldest, so I'm going to claim that I've known her the longest.
Robert.
I had the pleasure of working with Betty, not just here, but also at IID. Always taking care of my payrolls and going, Miss Betty, I got a problem. She's all, come see me. But when I finally told her that I was going to run for city council, she supported me just like Mr. Dale back there hiding. I got the support from them and learned a lot. Got kicked a lot under here, telling me, be careful, we can't be doing that stuff, you know. And so I did learn a lot from her, and all those years that I was here with her, and both here and IAD, I do appreciate that. And then got to see her with my neighbors, and so that was also nice to see you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna really cherish everything that I learned from her.
Mr. Tucker.
All right. Yeah, I really enjoyed being on the council with her, and I learned a lot from her. And she'd give you this little grin. She'd just look at you. She wouldn't even have to say nothing, but you learn to respect her. Very, very appreciated and miss her very much. Thank you.
When I think of somebody like Betty Sampson, you know, you think about the legacy that she put forth in the city, and looking at those like real like roots that turned Imperial from a small town into a growing and thriving city. And so it's, you know, you look back and you learn from them and the decisions they made, and you know, hope to come in as a council and pick up that vision, you know, and push it forward. So I hope as that we're making Betty proud, and she'll be greatly missed and forever left her mark on the city of Imperial, and her legacy will clearly outlive her. Very, very.
I want to thank the family for being here. You know, you think of Imperial, you think of the Sampson family, right? I'm an Obeso, and so I remember, you know, growing up, and everybody knows who Betty is. And so she's made such an impact on the city. I did not have the pleasure of serving on the council with her, but I get to see all the good work that she's done over the years. And so thank you to the family as well, because your mama, your nana, your grandma, she served, right? And she gave part of her heart to this community as well. And so thank you to each and every one of you. She will be missed, but her impact is forever here.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna go on. Bye-bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Since we made some adjustments to the agenda, City Attorney, report on closed session.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. City Council met tonight in closed session with regard to various issues, including existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, subsection D1, in the matters of the City of Imperial versus Imperial Valley Computer Manufacturing LLC, Imperial Valley Manufacturing LLC versus the City of Imperial, both of which there are no reportable actions on. We also met to discuss a PERB unfair practice charge in which direction was given to staff. We also met with respect to anticipated litigation and initiation of litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 subsection C in one matter, and direction was given to the city attorney. There was no discussion regarding public employee performance evaluation tonight. And we wrapped up with a conference with labor negotiators pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6, and there's no reportable action on that either.
Thank you. Moving on to public comment. If you wish to address the city council concerning any item within the city council's jurisdiction, please raise your hand and be acknowledged by the mayor. At that time, please state your name, address for the record. The mayor reserves the right to place a time limit of 3 minutes on each person's presentation. And did we have any comments by email?
We had one public comment via email, and that has been placed in the records.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Roush?
I think, you have an agenda item now. That's what I was gonna talk about, so maybe
Would you
I'll
like
just
to wait till the agenda item?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, Isaiah?
All right, back to Isaiah Gonzalez, 315 Butterfield Trail. Back to the memo I received from whoever told Ortone to give it to me on March 26th. And I think I got through most of it, but part of it with the stuff related to David Dale and the stuff I posted on Facebook. It says something about speculation. The picture that I posted of his garage, not of his address, but of his garage. It wasn't speculation. So whatever ChatGPT put in here, it wasn't speculation. He knows it wasn't. That's why he hasn't asked any questions about it, because he knows. But it was told invasive posting of a home of a past employee demonstrate a profound lack of emotional control and composure and a direct violation of this provision. No, it didn't. Former employee. So on the other thing with the family thing, since the city's making family matters towards me, whatever, public or termination type stuff, I didn't start any of the rumors with that individual. The wife had actually told me via text, like, are you telling people of the city what's going on? I said, no. She's like, well, if you do, it's true and he deserves it. So on the part of that stuff where it says I was speculating and claiming, it wasn't speculation. That one either. It said, minute 30. Okay, so pretty much that's where I want to, I'll make this public information or public record soon enough, but not today. So a minute and a half left. Okay, on the email that I talked to you guys about, the one from Janelle about my personal car, that direct attack, she still has an employee right now that has personal items on city property at her shop that has been sitting there, I don't know, couple years on top of everything else. So if you guys could address that too, so it's not just emails coming directly at me, that'd be amazing. From also with your the PPE policy, the one issue with the employee over and over again I told her about back when there was an issue when I told David Dale and her in the same office, like, hey, he doesn't listen, he doesn't follow direction, he doesn't do any of this. And like, here's a picture of him in the boom truck with a harness but no hard hat. She told me, well, just be glad that he had the harness on. Like, okay, come on, like seriously? But since we're going PPE on this one, but since I only got 3 minutes, 20 seconds left, it says, employees shall wear a hard hat issued to them by the city. That's number 2. Number 8 says employees must not modify their hard hats. Example, painting, drilling holes, or adding stickers. That same employee still has his personal hard hat that I saw last week. Personal hard hat with stickers. So it would be nice if all these rules applied to everybody and not just who they deem favorites.
Thank you, Mr.
So
Gonzalez.
I'll try again on the,
Apologize for that.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I'll get that email sent again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, consent agenda. All items appearing under the consent agenda will be acted upon by the city with one motion without discussion. Should any council?
You have more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apologize. Please come up, sir. There was not a list. My bad. We ran out of the papers. Apologies.
Yes, Mike Langford, 399 East Aurora. Yeah, they ran out of paper. Sorry about that. As I've said before, exactly. I couldn't have went after a better person. Exactly the reason I was fired, illegally fired, terminated, pretext termination, was what he was saying is the city as completely had been completely biased on the rules on what they expect for some people and what they don't for others. But yeah, it's amazing how it still continues to this day after me speaking to Dennis and Kristen quite a few times and nothing. I was still leaving fight. Okay. No one has contacted me yet at all in all this time to find out, hey Mike, what happened? What's your story? So I figured nothing's gonna happen. Probably it's just out of there. If it was one of your guys' family members that worked for the city, if it was any one of yours, I'm sure there would be a different action. You would believe that person. You would say, oh my gosh, you know what? Let's look into this and see why she lied. Why, you know, and nobody's contacted me. So I assume it's just blown over and that's it. My bad. When I was denied a promotional position, when I had more qualification, more seniority by far than anybody, they picked their favorites. I went into Dennis's office afterwards. One of the interviewers told me that I've known forever, hey, Mike, you were going to get the job. All three of us agreed. I talked to them and you should have had it. I talked to Dennis. I went into his office almost crying. Dennis, I was like, Dennis, you know, how does this happen? And you told me, oh, maybe you need to practice your interviewing skills, Mike. No, I don't. I've interviewed twice and got both jobs since then. I don't need it to have practice with my interviews. I just need a fair interview, and that's not going to happen while she's there. It's unfortunate, and I'm just up here talking. You guys don't. I'm sure 20 minutes you'll forget all about it, but for me it means a lot, and for the city and the residents it means a lot. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other public comment? Seeing none. Moving on to consent agenda. All items appearing under the consent agenda will be acted upon by the city council with one motion without discussion. Should any council member or other person request any item be considered separately, that item will be taken up at that time as determined by the mayor. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
I have a first and a second. Please vote. For the record, I'm abstaining. I have a couple warrants on there.
The same.
I'm trying.
Motion carries 3-0 with 2 abstains, one from Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza and the other from Mayor Obeso Martinez.
Thank you. Moving on to C2, as C1 was in consent. Approval and acceptance of off-site improvements for Monterey Park Subdivision Number 2, Unit 3C-Phase 72 by Mr. Mora.
Good evening, council. This item is a request for approval and acceptance for Phase 72 in Monterey Park Subdivision Unit 2, Number 2, Unit 3C. These are for the lots 479 to 483, lots 522 to 526. It has a 1-year warranty from the final inspection, and request approval and acceptance of the off-site improvements. And I'll stand for any questions that you may have.
Any questions?
Hold on, I got a question on this one. This is for the street improvements that they did on that, right?
That is correct. Yes.
So, are we checking, making sure we don't run into the same problem we did on those ones on the backside of?
We are. Yes. So, what we've been doing before the 1-year warranty expires, we go into a final walkthrough, and they usually do on the asphalt, a final slurry seal.
Correct.
They've done that in Monterey Park throughout, the project. So
Okay.
we're keeping an eye on everything.
Because I know, remember last time we had the asphalt deteriorate on us
It
really, really
all bad,
fast.
Yes, and it's not happening in this subdivision, but we are going back and they're doing the slurry prior to the 1-year warranty.
Okay.
That one that he's referring to wasn't in Monterey Park, though, was it? It was a
No, it
different
was on the other
subdivision.
Then by Savannah Ranch.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
subdivisions, and there was a
Just making sure that
couple
we don't
streets in
have the same
Victoria
issue.
Ranch as well.
And they do,
Oh, and then Cross Elementary.
yeah, and they're doing materials testing now. Yes.
And we have the materials testings for those. It's just,
They're fudge numbers.
Something happened.
but we were able to get the contractors going back, and fix those streets.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments, questions?
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion. Need a second? Going once? Second?
Second.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I have a first and a second. Please vote.
I already voted.
Motion carries 5-0.
C3, approval and acceptance of off-site street improvements, Monterey Park subdivision number 2, 3C, phase 73. By Mr. Mora.
Good evening, council. This next request is for same subdivision, but for lots 536 to 542. It also has a 1-year warranty from the date of final inspection, and we are requesting approval and acceptance of the off-site improvements for this subdivision. I'll step for any questions that you may have.
Any questions?
So moved.
Second.
I have a first and a second. Please vote.
Motion carries 5-0.
C for approval and acceptance of off-site improvements for Monterey Park subdivision number 2, unit 3, phase 74. 3C, excuse me.
This next item is same within the Monterey Park subdivision for lots 543 to 549, lots 77, 76, and 50. Same warranty, 1 year from the last final inspection. And we request approval and acceptance of the offsite improvements, and I'll stand for any questions that you may have.
Any questions?
Make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second? I have a first and a second. Please vote.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, C5 was tabled until we put it back on the agenda. C6, urgency request related to ballot measure.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As I mentioned earlier, this request relates to a ballot measure currently with the County Registrar of Voters related to CFD 2002-2. There seems to be some confusion with the County Registrar regarding the boundaries related to where the vote shall take place. Despite the city providing that information to them, the registrar is requesting that this information come directly from the city council as the city's highest legislative authority. So the motion that I'm asking the council to provide is that you approve and adopt the following statements. 1, that the city of Imperial has certified a total of 42 signatures constituting 10% of the CFD 2002-2. And that this is not an adequate number of votes to qualify for a citywide election. And 2, that the city of Imperial has only given authorization for this measure to be submitted by the Registrar of Voters within the boundaries of CFD 2002-2 and not citywide. So if I can get a motion and a second to adopt those 2 findings, we will ask the clerk to prepare a minute order and forward that to the County Registrar of Voters.
Before we do that, we do have a public comment by Mr. Roush.
Thank you. I want to commend the city staff for putting the hard work in and getting this taken care of. I think that the district is called Community Facilities District 2004-2. And I believe it's just assessment area number 1 of that CFD. I don't think does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, council is correct. It is 2004-2.
2004-2.
And it's just assessment district number 1 of that CFD. I mean, the CFD is comprised of 2 assessment districts, and the initiative just addressed assessment district number 1, and the signatories in that assessment area were the ones that signed the petition because it only applies to that assessment area of the CFD. I don't know if we created the confusion, but we did our best to make it clear that we were talking about that particular assessment district, that assessment area within that CFD.
And to the extent that it modifies the recommended action, yes, it is 2004-0202, but the rest is unchanged because we're only speaking to what was in the resolution and that particular ballot measure. So the rest of what I suggested would remain unchanged.
May I ask one other thing? You can adopt the initiative as, or you can adopt the resolution as proposed by council. That's fine with us. But we would like to point out that we were repeatedly told that the initiative was illegal and that it was not going to be on the ballot. And that because of that, the schedule that was provided to us regarding statements by the proponent, statements in opposition, the reply and all the rebuttal, all of those things, we did not submit an argument by the proponent based on the fact that we were being told it wasn't going to be on the ballot. And if the action has to be taken by Friday, we can provide that statement by tomorrow at noon, if that is something that the council would be willing to accept.
So I have a question. Is what he's proposing, is that through the city or is that through Imperial
it
County?
has nothing to do with the city at this point. The city may well agree with council's statement that it's an invalid ballot measure, but that's not our decision. That's the county registrar's decision. If they choose not to allow it to go forward, again, that's independent of us completely. The only thing that we want to clarify is that if the county does go forward with publishing the ballot measure, that it is restricted to the district boundaries and not a citywide ballot. That is the only thing that we're asking you to take action on, and it's the only statement regarding this that we're making. We're not commenting on the validity of the ballot measure itself.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So C6, if I can read this correctly, that you're certifying 42 signatures, which is 10% of 2004-2 that are adequate for the city with subdivision within the boundaries only. And Mr. Roush is telling us 2002 assessment area number 1.
2004-2.
2004. Here I am reading it again. My bad.
I don't think it. Does it matter the assessment district? It's all the same.
No,
Yes?
I don't think that matters in this context, because again, we're just clarifying to the county that whatever the district boundary is for the ballot measure,
That's what it
the
is.
election should only be within that district boundary and not citywide.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
So I'll make a motion for council's recommendation.
Seconded.
I have a first and a second.
Second. Oh.
Thank you, sir. You third it. I love it.
Councilmember Amparano,
Yes.
Councilmember Burnworth,
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker.
Yeah.
Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza
Yes.
and Mayor Obeso Martinez.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. All right. Department reports. Mr. Mora, do you have anything else you'd like to report out?
Yes, real quick. So, there's a post on social media about asphalt paving on Victoria Ranch where the school's going to be at. They're going to start on Thursday at 4 a.m. till 10 p.m. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Ms. Chanel?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, council members, I just want to give a rundown of what Public Services has been doing, especially for the month of July, since I've missed a few of meetings with you guys. So for our wastewater plant, I'm going to give you some numbers. They've done about 4,500 linear feet of sewer CCTV inspections. Our chief has looked at that with the TVing that they've been doing to do coding. They have 2,000 linear feet of sewer main hydrojetted completed from our collections crew. They've been doing membrane and UV disinfection system cleans. They're cleaning those, maintaining those. They're getting their monthly and quarterly regulatory reports submitted to CWIC, so we're on top of those. They're doing any maintenance and repairs that they need to lift stations, making sure everything is staying up to par so we can keep the system operating. Our streets crew, they've been doing the school crosswalk restriping. I don't know if you've been seeing that, but they've got most of those done before school starts. They've either done the thermoplastic if they need them in certain areas, and then what they've also been implementing or we're trying is the areas that had already had it or are still in good condition, they're pressure washing them instead. So we're doing pressure wash, scrubbing those, getting those vibrant to kind of save their life and not have to keep repainting and redoing. So we're trying something new. It's working. They're doing retention basin maintenance. They did the Highway 86 turn pocket paintings, the striping. So we got that done. They're doing weed abatement. You know, they're keeping things moving, keeping things going. Our fleets and facilities, they've done over 40 plus vehicles in terms of maintenance, either, you know, ACs, minor repairs, making sure, you know, lights and stuff are working if they're coming in. They installed 20 new smoke detectors. So we now have those in our buildings if they didn't have them before. They're continuing on the AC maintenance for all of the facilities, making sure they're going, especially with these summer times. They've been working overtime, you know, the staff and the units. They do their monthly fire extinguisher checks, the AED inspections. Now that we have those in other facilities, they go at least a month, make sure they check them, make sure the batteries are working, make sure they're operating. We had assistance at the Mayfield lift station. They had to do electrical work for that one. We had issues, but now that's up and running. Our water treatment plant, they've done 6+ water service leaks that they've had to repair with assistance from streets. They've been doing we had 8 meters replaced, 15 radio endpoints replaced, a chlorine injection leak repaired. One thing I do want to say to point out is that we normally have manual rereads that have to be done for some of our meters because they don't fully, you know, read to the system or is an issue. They had 486 that they had to do. So I want to give kudos to the staff that they're still out there manually reading. And I want to say the divisions pull together. We don't just make one group do it. We pull from our resources that we have. So I want to give kudos to all of our divisions in working together. They never have a problem. Our supervisors and our chiefs have a good handle on their groups, and we put resources where they need to. So I just appreciate all of our staff at Public Services, especially during this time when they're out there. And, you know, I get to stay in the AC a little bit more than they do. So
Do we know why so many of them aren't sinking?
Yeah.
that's what we've been trying to figure out. Well, the numbers fluctuate up and down, and it's just I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I know we have some of the census meters. They either don't read to the software or the actual reader goes out. So we're trying to figure out what's the best way to do it and see if we can upgrade the system or see if maybe it's a software issue, but we haven't really been able to find the overall. And I know James, when he was in our division, he had some, you know, potential options. The staff has been coming forward. So we want to see, as long as it's not something that's excessively costly. So I know it does take time from our staff to go out there, but we just don't want to get something that's a large number or monetary value and then it not work for the city. So we do try to check with Xylem and our, you know, our producers and stuff that give us the software. Not the answer you wanted, but we're working on it.
I was just curious.
Crazy as I go
Very
with
high
that.
number.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you done? Because I have one more question. Thank you for the limit lines on the Highway 86
Yes.
turn pockets. But I was noticing that the old limit lines that kind of facilitated people going to the other side of the intersection to turn, you can still see them. Is there something that's going to be done to cover those up? Because I've actually had someone pull out to that old limit line.
So we can look at that and find something to do. We can either see if we can maybe grind it off. I can work with Othon because now that we do have a machine, we can see if we can lightly grind it, get rid of that, and if we need to do some other improvements, we can.
I was so excited to get those limit lines in, and sure enough, someone pulled right out and
It's always something, right? But yeah, I'll work with Othon and his group, and then we'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
That was all I had.
Do you know what limit lines I'm talking about, Chief?
I do, but there's supposed to be signage to coincide with it for do not block intersection.
Do
in
people
order to make it
actually look
enforceable,
that, or is
right?
it just a matter of like always a habit doing that?
It's
You
just
pull
a
out.
habit because before, when you turned, you'd go to the opposite side, and
Yeah.
that's where the limit line is. But
It
now,
happened to me today, so I know. I know
now we
I know
have
exactly
that,
what you're talking about.
you know,
Yeah.
turning in front of each other instead
Yeah.
of crossing each other's path. But somebody did it in
Yeah.
front of me just the other day. I was so excited to get those limit lines. Yes, they're finally not going to do that anymore, and yeah, they did it right in front of me.
Mr. Tony?
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. Just a few updates. First and foremost, I want to invite you guys all to the end of summer bash. That's this Friday at the pool from 7 to 10. I do appreciate Mayor and council members that were on the boat this last Friday. I thought that was going to sink for sure, but it made it. So I appreciate your attendance. I know the public and the community appreciates when you guys show up to these events.
I have a comment. What happened to our boat? It was supposed to go somewhere and it didn't go there.
So I'm not going to speak on the objective, but Dennis was in his office before I got to his office.
He doesn't want to tell you what in the trash.
Yeah. So
Didn't
so again,
clean
if you guys are in the air in the city and you want to attend this Friday's event, and for anybody watching on Facebook or on our live, it's this Friday evening from 7 to 10 at the Imperial Pool. The other thing is we received 9 proposals for the regional park design. So right now, myself and a few of my colleagues are reviewing those proposals for a number of things. Once we get past that point, we will be interviewing firms, which then I will invite those of you on council that would like to participate to go through the firms that we select as our top 3. So the other thing is we have received most of our playground equipment for the Eager Park rehab.
Nice.
We will be shutting down the playground at Eager in September for the entire month. If you guys as council know anyone that's interested in the equipment existing, please send them our way. We're going to be as gentle as possible in removal of, and if we can donate to schools or daycares or anything like that, any organizations that you guys have in mind, please send them our way. We'll be happy to talk to them about what they would like to have donated and the transport of that equipment to them, if we can make that happen. So the other thing is the kitchen incubator project. We are moving along with that. Othon and his folks helped us along the process with the zoning to make sure we're conforming to the downtown district. We have that. We went through the planning commission process with that. So now we're moving forward into the conceptual. Once we get to the point where we're kind of a little bit more finalized with the conceptual plan, we will share it with council, get your last input to make sure we're all okay with the floor plan before we start developing construction documentation. So you guys will see that before it's finalized to make sure that your input is incorporated into the process. But I hope to have this in construction by first quarter of 2027.
Okay.
So those are the updates I have for now.
Thank you.
Can we get some information on the plants in the medians?
Yes,
of Highway
absolutely.
86?
So Mirathon, but we have walked through the site before with the contractor. There's a long list of punch list items that they have to take care of. We have not accepted it as our project or as our responsibility yet. Is not deemed complete by any means. It does not make sense for them to come and replant at this stage because of the weather. So they will be coming back in October or the fall to replant everything that's missing or has died. And they are still in charge of the project. So the city has not accepted it as complete for a number of reasons that I won't bore council with, but the punch list is very long.
Did we by chance have some of the go wrong with the sprinkler system this past week in
There
one of
was
the
water
media?
in there.
It was full of water.
Still
There was
full of
like,
water.
So that's one of the punch list items is the standing water. And yeah, so we communicate that with Othon's team to let Sun Landscaping know that they have to fix that. Obviously for Vector's calling us as well. People are reporting the standing water because of the mosquito issue. So we're still working with the contractor. Othon's office and his team are keeping track of that. But whenever he needs me to step in, we do. So
thank you.
Thought it was a managed marsh.
It was our wetlands. Leave it alone.
Wetlands.
Not very good habitat.
We're trying.
Little rocky.
It's new. It's rocky improvements. Mr. Alejandro.
Well, I am Mayor and council members. Just a couple things. The first is the servers that we purchased last fiscal year by the end are fully deployed. They're up and running. We are starting the process of migrating our current technology to the new one. And the second one is for next council meeting, expect new computers, computers in front of you we're gonna try to change the approach of how you guys interact with Civic Plus and when presentations are presented here. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, we wanna give you more guys options to, let's say, enjoy presentations and the voting process.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Look forward to that.
That's what I have.
Thank you. Love it. Chief Rue?
Mayor and council, the only thing I would have anything that worthy of an update would be CHP. Our partners are in the process of moving from their current facility to their new one. They're hoping to be out by the end of the month, which hopefully will start expediting the process for us to adopt a new home. Although secondhand, a new home nonetheless.
Nice.
Nothing
to report.
Hey, Mr. Guzman, thank you. Mr. Manriquez?
Good evening, Mayor, Councilman. Just a couple of things. As the time now, we have our closing fiscal year 2026. So with it's a little bit hectic right now, so we're still close, open, a couple of projects running. Also, we did have our auditors, external auditors this year. We're supposed to get our initial audit, 25 audit this month. So every year we're doing a couple months a little bit better. So hopefully we'll get caught up sooner rather than later. Other than that, I want to report on the modernization project for the solar panels and all that. We did receive some funding projects from a couple banks. We're still waiting for another couple to see which ones give us the best option, and see if it's gonna be financing all of it, part of it, or something. So we're still waiting on a couple of them for other banks. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you. Ms. Kristen?
So we do have one new hire, and so as that's coming up, I also want to let you know that the city will be putting together a team for the 9/11 stair climb again this year, and so we do have staff RSVPing for that. And if you would like to be a part of that team, please let us know by August 14th. We'll go ahead and send out an email as well so that you can have those details. But we're excited to have that team again. And then we did welcome Moises Bermudez, a water meter distribution operator one for public services this week. And so hopefully he'll be helping Janelle with her reading. And then also I'd like to just welcome Paul Early, our new city attorney as well, and his team. We're 1 week in, but it's been great working with him so far. So welcome.
Thank you. Garcia?
Thank you, Council. I did have a meeting this afternoon with ILG. They're working on a grant opportunity for heat resilience, extreme heat issues. They're looking at doing a joint application with other cities throughout the valley, and so we will be looking at participating in that possibly. Each city would apply for its own individual project, so it's not all the same project, but as co-applicants, it'll hold more weight with the review committees. So we'll be working on that. We are looking at doing some upgrades, enhancements to our cooling center here at the library, as well as across the street at the park, working with Tony and his staff. So we'll be looking at maybe shade structures and mister systems that can augment the mission of the cooling center here. The other item that we are working on, IAD had a grant, flow grant for 500,000 match funds, and working with public community development, Mr. Athone and Tony again. We're looking at extending the water line down Ralph Road towards the regional park, augmenting our portion of that much matching funds through the appropriated funds we got through that 1.5 million for our regional park. And so what that would do and greatly enhance our project moving forward would put water straight into the park now, finishing that water line. So that's the other grant we're working on.
Our illustrious city manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I want to join in welcoming Paul. Fortunately, given his knowledge and experience, he is indeed hitting the ground running. So we appreciate that. I also have to confess, my prediction for how far you would make it in the boat. It was impressive.
Do you have any faith in your council member?
Well,
It was
yeah,
only a 3-hour build.
15 rolls of duct tape. I
Hey,
think
but it didn't sink, did it?
It did
We're
not.
dry.
We did.
Yeah, I thought it would sink faster than the Titanic, but
You're so mean to us. If you didn't have a chance, it was a beautiful boat. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but yeah, Mr. Amparano.
Just a couple things. I did get to attend the kids boat race, and once again, the one I thought would make it wasn't the one. It's the one that went in the water and sunk right away. The one that won, I was like, yeah, there's no way. But obviously, their design was pretty good, and I shared it with Mayor Obeso and said, I think we need to build this one because this one won last time. And sure enough, our design went kind of like that, and it did very, very well. So that was nice to see all the little kids being part of that and, you know, having a good time. Also did get a chance to attend ICTC's scoping meeting for the new the new facility that's going to be built in the city of El Centro. There's two big designs that are out, and so it was open to the public for input. One of those projects is I started there right at 2016, and we were already having talks about that, trying to build a new facility to be able to incorporate everybody into one building and one property. And it's going to happen here pretty quick. So happy to see that. It'll be a new state-of-the-art facility. It'll be comparable to that of Orange County. So Orange County Transportation Authority, it'll be kind of like that. So all state-of-the-art, real pretty. And then last but not least, our boat. I think that was we had a good time. I don't know what we were thinking, trying to build it outside in the shade. It was hot.
What'd you name it?
Council and cardboard.
Yeah. So yeah, we named it Council and Cardboard. Ida kept saying, we're both going to go in, and I don't know it's going to hold us. And it did. It did pretty well. So I had a good time. So other than that, thank you guys for everything you guys do. I really appreciate all the hard work.
Thank you. Miss Katie?
I have nothing to report. I'm bummed I missed the boat race, but my life is consumed with travel softball in these days, so
Fun times.
yes.
Mr.
Nothing, just good boat race. Me and Dennis and Tony were standing right there holding the fence up. They're going to do circles. No, there they go. And actually went pretty good. Congratulations.
Now we know who to call if we ever have a leak in our boat.
Hi, Stacy.
I just have a couple items. I was able to attend the CJPIA annual board meeting. It was interesting. I wanted to make sure that you were aware, Mr. Strada. I was kind of pleased to see that, you know, some of the different opportunities that they provide to us as members of CJPIA. And a couple of the newer items they have, well, I think within the last couple of years, is they have an opportunity as members that they will send a team, cybersecurity team, down here for a tabletop with you guys, where they will simulate a cyber attack to let you guys try to handle it and see how you would react and if your system.
Yeah, we haven't really tried with them in particular, but we are working with CISA. That is kind of federal level. Yeah, we are very engaged. As you know, we have a cyber program manager, so we're working on that.
Good,
So
good, good.
yeah,
I just want to make sure you were aware.
yeah,
that you had
we reached out to them for trying to see what they can offer on terms of the ADA compliance. We reached to different agencies, but also JPIA was part of that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
we are
you.
taking advantage of what they can offer us.
Okay, thank you. The other thing, I had the opportunity on Saturday to go on a old timers tour of the new City of El Centro Police Department, and my God, is that a good facility? I know that we're offering you guys a used building, but I certainly hope we can do some improvements on it to give you such a beautiful facility that you guys deserve. That facility was pretty amazing. It was very just obviously technologically advanced. Having worked for the police department for 20 years, my heart was glad to see what they've provided for their dispatch center and just the different expansion opportunities they have within it. Their indoor range was amazing. yeah, that was pretty good. It was also nice to see a lot of former employees get together to be able to see that. And they did have a very nice honoring of Officer Cornell in their locker room. They kind of sealed off a locker and put some plexiglass up front and made it a memorial to him within their locker room that will stay there as long as the chief, if future chiefs allow, which they're going to try to implement forever. Like I said, hopefully we can do justice for the officers here in Imperial at our new facility to get them a place they can be as proud of as possible. That's it.
Thank you. Our city councilor, do you have any comments?
No, I have nothing to add. Thank you for having me tonight. Made an easy first meeting.
I have two things, well, three things. Robert and I make a good team when it comes to a boat. We were a little fearful that we were going to sink, but we did very well. That was his design and a little bit of sweat equity outside. And then we're like, what are we doing out here? So we brought it in and built it in the facilities or the back room there. So thank you to our IT
I was
person
going
too.
to say thank you to IT for helping us for there for a little bit.
Yeah, he went to. Is that okay if I go there and help them?
He was helpful. He was really helpful. So thank for that. I attended Imperial Progress with the IID, a quarterly meeting where they brought all the community members together and leaders from different councils in the county and so forth. And Dennis was my partner there in that. And then today was the NAF Community Luncheon, where we got to see lots of people across the county and cities as well. So that's all I got. But thank you to everybody. It was amazing summer bash, and we look forward to the one on this Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. as well. So thank you, everybody. Any other comments? No? All right. We're going to call this meeting at 8:15.